would get up in the morning and go there. When he came home, spent time with us. Of course, he couldn't eat because still nauseous from all the drugs that they give him for the infection that was. Sorry, I'm not crying. It just feel like a burp's got come on. But anyways, apologize for saying that because the infection they had on medication, it made his eating habit kind of off level. So he didn't eat nothing that night. So the next morning we got up, we took him to Paris, and they um, put him in, admitted him, and I think this was like the 20th or the 21st, because he was in there about 4 or 5 days. Because he come out on the 30th, he spent the night on the 31st in 2006, 2000, uh, I'm sorry, January 1st, 2006, my mother woke up and he had deceased overnight between the morning of New Year's Day. And how we know he was still alive New Year's morning, when the sun finally came out, was some people we know, supposed to be friends of the family, came in and said, look, because I had a van, and it was a little Astro van, and the friend's son was from Dallas, and he had come down to party with all of us. And plus, the girl that is a friend of the family, it was her grandchild was down there with them. So the next day they said, Mom, can we go home? He said, yeah, let me go. They call me Barber. It's just another nickname as everybody called me. So when they come in, it just so happened my mother had the keys to my van. But she was still asleep. And I was asleep because I had got a little drunk. So my dad was alive around 9ish or 10 that morning. Might have been a little earlier. And he had asked her, would you like to stay for a cup of coffee? She said, maybe when I get back, if I'm still, because the kids want to get back home. So she ended up taking them to Dallas. And about an hour after they left, my mother finally got up. It might have been a little later. I'm not sure on the timeline, but I do know that she woke me up and she said, "Come on, something's wrong with your dad." Well, I'm thinking he's coughing because I found out that he was smoking behind our back when the doctors told him, "Quit smoking. Don't smoke no more." And he did. He was getting cigarettes from Jimmy. Well, by the time we got down there, Jimmy had my mom's cousin told my mother to not go in there because he was already gone. I mean, he was so gone that he still had a cigarette butt in between his finger, and it was like that short. I mean, even the butt was just, you smell when the filters burns. It was out, but you could tell it burned that low. And in the way he was laying on his side, and like I said, he had a cigarette butt hanging out, and that's how his fingers froze. I wouldn't say it was rigor mortis, but it was definitely his fingers was open with the cigarette butt still in it. And of course, I asked him if they call 911, and he says that's what I'm doing now. I was on the phone with 911 while your mom went up there to come and get you, because where I was at, I was upstairs. And the way this house is, to me it looked like a big oversized barn or a big shed, but it was a 4 bedroom house. And the two upstairs, one room was Jimmy, and I was on the back side, and we had a bathroom between us. And my room was over my mom and dad's bed, and the bedroom next door to them, had a laundry room in it. And the girl that I was talking about was originally going to stay there with us, but because she had a daughter who was in juvenile detention center, I won't go into details why, just for privacy reasons, and I'm not even going to tell you their names. But anyways, that's why she had moved across the street, and her son come down, was because Jimmy was getting her to steal for him, and I confronted him about it. And yes, I did the wrong thing. I should have done it differently, but we ended up going to jail over that for me assaulting him. Am I apologetic? Yes, I'm sorry because he was a cripple, but we told him. She told him twice. I told him once. When I told him, he told me to stay out of his business. That if I didn't, he was going to do something to me. And I wasn't afraid of him. And I took it as a threat. And I defended myself, but I still went to jail because he was older than me. He wasn't really handicapped, but because he did drugs over the years, it kind of broke his body down. By the way, don't do drugs. I tried marijuana when I was in my 20s, and I'm one of those been there, done it, didn't like it, never went back. Here I'm 43 years old, almost 43 years. Next month I'll be 43, which will be November, because drugs don't pay. It will ruin your body. It will ruin everything, your friendship, the trust issue. Because if you ever get hooked on drugs, you could steal, you could do anything wrong, you could hurt yourself. But anyways, I know I'm rambling and doing a whole lot of other stories, but the point of it is that I'm getting at is one thing that everybody ever does, and that's take our health for granted. I know that now, being a smoker. I mean, just sitting here, I sound like I've run a marathon. I'm breathing heavily. I could have cancer. Don't know that. Don't really want to find out. And I probably will find out if they do run tests on me. I can't walk so many feet. And I've already had a bad foot problem. So, with this weight and the way my body is, because my right side of my leg and foot is shorter. So if I was to be holding it up, my foot, say to the right side, would be that much different if I held it up. Now the moral of the story is, I do want to make a change. I do want to get healthier. I do want to try to get past the 50s. Even if I do have this surgery, and if something does happen to me on the operating table, at least I know that I tried to actually do something about losing weight. Now, most of you probably saying, why can't you go on a diet? Well, one, I know I'm going to have to do that before I can do this surgery. But my main concern is, and it's like I posted video on a week ago, even if I lose this weight, even if I lose pounds, what are the chances of me actually getting back to this weight? At least if I do that surgery, at least if I could lose the pound where they do the surgery, and then I have the surgery done, at least I don't have to worry about, putting this weight back on. Because I know that the older I get, my metabolism's going to slow down. I'm going to get bigger again. And that's the last thing I want to do. I do want to start taking care of myself. If I don't have cancer, once after this surgery's done, I do want to try any and everything I can to stay away from cigarettes. So right now, I'm enjoying myself. I know I can't quit cold turkey. So I'm just hoping that my insurance would actually approve this surgery because I need it. And I want it. And it's something I really, really want to do. So whoever sees this video, I hope there is somebody out to say, do what you need to do to have your help. Somebody may say, oh, you're just taking the easy way out. Say what you want. This is my way of feeling comfortable about myself. And again, and this is part of what I said, a few things that I'm originally talking about. I want to lose this weight and keep it off. So yes, I would do my part by doing of eating a little bit better. Stop eating fried food. Stop eating late at night. Stop having Slim Jims and stuff like that. Because one, I'm a smoker. Two, I'm overweight. And three, I am diabetic. And I don't need these three bad habits in my life. And I feel like that this subject could help me. I'm sorry that I went through all those details and I went different stories, but I had to tell you the one reason why I decided to do this is because cancer runs in my family. So far, me and my dad and my mother's aunt, who's my great aunt, all diabetics. She never did anything to take care of herself. And it's time for me to stop and break this generation curse and break this habit of saying, because I know that I'm going to die anyways. I just don't want to be the one who died because I didn't take care of myself, or I didn't try to lose weight, or exercise more. Listen, guys, I want to thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand this is something I want to do, something I need in my life. I just hope that I can actually succeed in my goal by having this weight loss surgery done. So please, anyone out there, if you're a Christian faith or religion person, please say a prayer for me. Because I know that I can't just pray to God because I know that I've done a lot of bad things on God's level for Him not to honor my prayer. I mean, He probably will, but I know that's another thing I need to change. I've got to change my bad habit to good habit. And I hope that I could be a role model to somebody out there, especially because, a lot of people say, oh, fat people are the funniest people. Yes, we may be the fat, funniest people. Look at Robin Williams. He was the most funniest person. But it's how we feel on the inside and what our thought process in our mind. No, I'm not suicidal, but before I came out, I didn't think my family would understand me. I didn't think that I would be accepted because, you know, whether you hear it on the news, whether you see it on the internet or you see it in your own eyes, families will turn against people in the LGBT community. And I'm blessed to have family that is open minded and accept me who I am. But still, the thought had always crossed because I was never going to tell my parents or my family that I was gay or am gay just because I didn't want the ridicule or feel like that they would turn their backs on me, never help when I need chips or down. And yes, I did thought about suicide, and and it's not because nobody's gonna like me. I'll just kill myself. No, I did it because I feel like that I was burning to. Because one thing that if you're gay, every does everybody wants to have someone to care for them. Because at the end of the day, even if the people who didn't know you were gay, we were technically gay then. Nothing changes us, whether you know it or not. We can be a comedian of the family, or we can be the mediator of the family and try to keep the family together. But anyways, I'm rambling. I will try to make another video. I won't wait as long. I'm hoping people will watch this. Hope they understand. Hope they leave a like and a comment on Facebook and YouTube because I will put both of these videos on YouTube and Facebook. I may even put it on Twitter just to see how it goes because I would like for people to actually watch my videos, even though I'm not going to be like Roman Atwood or Kid Behind the Camera or anything like that. I know that this is going to be a long draw out process where I can get your attention to actually watch my videos on YouTube. But I know that I'm gonna have to start with Facebook, Twitter. I do have an Instagram, but I can't remember how to get in my own Instagram. I don't remember the password because it's got so many different passwords. And I know I should have. And I try to keep it to where they're all the same. But sometimes I forget what I put it in, and I put another one in. But anyways, it's a long drawn out story. This time I'm really going to end it. And I want to say to each and every one of you, whoever does see this, thank each and every one of you. And to all these people that have said, I know I didn't say everybody like CJ So Cool, Omar, or oh my gosh. Um, you guys, this is what inspires me to be who I am. Because I sit here on a daily basis and watch other videos, whether they take their time off, when they come back and do videos, whether they do a daily vlog, I'm there to watch it daily. And the fact, when I started watching YouTube, the very first vlogs I ever started watching was Angry Grandpa or AGP. And then when I started watching him and then started getting into Michael, I just hope that they see this. It's tell them that, hey, look, I want to do the exact same thing you're doing. Most of this is going to be unedited because one, I don't know how to do this editing, and I do have Film More, if I'm pronouncing that right. If you don't know what it is, you can pull it up